listening to the Daily Yogi podcast. Every weekday, I'll share timeless yogi wisdom in bite-sized relatable lessons you can apply immediately to help you expand your perspective on life. The toothbrush trembled in my left hand. A task I'd performed unconsciously for 30 years now demanded fierce concentration. Water everywhere. Toothpaste on my cheek, my mouth fully cleaned, but it took a while. It has been 3 weeks since the mountain had claimed its prize. The pins throb inside my wrist. Through focused attention, I can feel them. 3 metal skewers holding my small carpal bones together. The surgical wounds slowly knitting closed, blood pulsing through healing tissue with each heartbeat. My right arm rests useless in its cast. I was flying down the trail that morning, drunk on speed and summer air. The jump, the landing, that sickening moment when control slipped away. My body catapulted forward and instinct threw out my arm to break the fall. The crunch was audible. Transcaphoid perilunate fracture dislocation, the surgeon explained. Bones torn from their homes. One crack clean through. Now I discover the tyranny of simple things. Opening a jar becomes a puzzle requiring creativity and patience. It's comical. Cutting vegetables becomes a dangerous dance. Trying to hold an onion steady while wielding a knife with my non-dominant hand, I sometimes laugh at my helplessness. Everything takes twice as long. Typing these words, the man stops and starts, my left hand hunting and pecking like a child learning letters. Oh, how carelessly I've dismissed this miracle at the end of my arm. I had been walking around with an engineering marvel attached to my shoulder. 27 bones working in perfect harmony, tendons and muscles coordinating movements so complex they make our finest machines look primitive. All of this happening without my conscious involvement, like a faithful servant I've never bothered to thank. When I get my hand back, I'll use it better. I'll notice its service. I'll remember that everything we call normal is actually miraculous, and everything we call permanent is borrowed time. But I'm also reminded that my struggle is temporary, a privilege not everyone shares. For millions of people, the adaptations I'm learning are not a brief inconvenience, but a permanent way of life. They have mastered with grace what I'm still fumbling through, building lives of meaning and joy with constraints I can barely imagine navigating for a few weeks. My cast will come off, my pins will be removed, but the millions living without limbs have been proving all along that a body doesn't have to be whole to be extraordinary. Unlike me, they never had the luxury of taking their hands for granted. If this episode gave you something to think about, please leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you're listening. On Apple Podcasts, go to the show homepage, scroll down to the rating sections, then tap Write Review. On Spotify, go to the show homepage, tap the 3 dots, select Rate Show, and choose your stars. Reviews signal to the algorithm that this podcast is worth promoting and help new listeners discover the show. Thank you. Your support means a lot and goes a long way. And as always, take this reflection into the silence, and I'll see you next time.